Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. On this one, I'm going to be reviewing 3 of your guys' accounts.
My name is Anthony. I run an Instagram marketing agency and also run a 1 million follower network on Instagram. And I make videos like this to help you take your Instagram account from 0 to hero. So make sure you subscribe because this is the Instagram Hub.
Now, if you want your account reviewed, maybe you're new to the channel, you don't really know what we're doing, this is where I take a few accounts, I look at them, I give you guys what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, and basically what you can do better. And I try to do that as timely as possible and give as much information as possible in the shortest amount of time that I can. Now, if you want to go ahead and you're like, hey, you know, I want my account reviewed on this next video, you have to join our Facebook group. In my Facebook group, that is where I select people. So linked in the description of this video will be a link to the Facebook group. All you have to do is join, and I would turn on post notifications. So when I make a post saying about account reviews, you can go ahead and you can apply for it. So with that said, let's go ahead and let's get right into this video. So this here is the first page that we have, visual grams. Now, I don't look at these pages beforehand. I simply pull them up and that's it. So like I glance at them. I haven't gone through any posts or anything like that. So we're just going to start dissecting this like one by one. So name is Visual Grams, a community built on passion for photography and visual arts. Follow us and tag Visual Grams to be featured. I like the logo. I like the name. I think it's clean. You have a story going. The only thing I don't like is no pinned stories. I think you could have, even especially just looking at these first 3 posts right here, I think you could have a lot of really nice pinned stories with either calls to actions to drive traffic somewhere or even just calls to actions to follow you, right? That's another thing. Actually, you do follow us and tag Visual Grams to be featured. Pinned stories are actually a really good way to just convert people who are looking at your profile into followers. Again, like I say this a lot, but when people are looking at your profile, once they leave your profile, it's very hard to get that person back. In fact, there's the chance of that person coming back is so low because you have to target that same person again. You know, once they basically click off your page, it's a lost follower forever. So pinned stories are really great because you can show off your content in the story form, and then at the very end have a call to action that says to follow for this, for that, or literally just to follow because the content's good, right? A form of value. So I would just add those pinned stories there. Your engagement seems really, really nice. So if we see 79K followers, here we have 3K, 6K, 12K, 5K. I'm honestly not surprised that your engagement is 23K. Yeah, see, when you got pictures like this, the content is amazing. So there's really no surprise as to why the engagement is so high. And that's when people are like, Anthony, what's the best way to boost your engagement? It's content. Like, if you don't believe it, like, just check this out. Here's this guy with 79,000 followers. 12,000 likes, 5,000 likes, 3,000 likes, 12,000 likes, 12,000 likes. Like, it's over, it seems as though it's over 10% engagement on a 79K page, and that's honestly just amazing. You can see it's all boiling down to the content. Now if we take a look here, let's see. So bios look all real nice. And of course, this is a photography page, so you want it to look nice and clean. Everything looks really good. So it looks like you really got this page down pat. Add the pinned stories with calls to actions to follow you because it's simply going to convert more followers. And then, my friend, what you need to do is simply keep on growing this page. I don't know what you're doing. I don't know how fast you're growing, but obviously you're doing something right because you have 79,000 followers. You're only following 100. That's great. So I'm going to assume that you're not doing things like follow and follow, things of that nature. If you're growing through going viral, I know this content isn't really, not all of it, like this could be viral content. Not all of it is the most viral content, but if you are using viral strategies to grow, I would continue doing that because obviously it's working. And then, man, you just need to distribute this content, and I would do that across influencers for sure. Especially with content this good, you're gonna get a winning ad set in no time. You could run that ad set across influencers, and you'll do really, really well. So yeah, I think you have an awesome page. Content is absolutely amazing, right? Not many people can do this, and I think that's your unfair advantage. Not many people can get content like this, so I would use that unfair advantage to your advantage, right? All right, guys, so that is Visual Grams. Let's move on to the next one that we have pulled up. So this one's called bra.lmao. So let's check this out. 530 followers, 1 following. So it looks like this page was just started. So logo's pretty good. You can get away with that. Memes, videos, and other cures for boredom. Like what you see. Follow. Send me laughs via DM. We have pinned stories up. I like the branding on the stories. That's good. So it seems like this is just your typical comedy page, right? For your niche. So oh geez, what is this? Oh, I gotta play this. Wow. Okay. Yeah, so see, when you have content like this, very easy to go viral, right? Like even me, like even I got distracted and all I'm doing is on Instagram all day. And even this really caught my eye, right? There's things, especially in this niche, these types of niches are so easy to grow because the content is so endless. So my biggest advice to you would be, since it looks like you're just starting, yes, your niche is comedy, your niche is making people laugh, but niche down further than that, right? Are you a comedy page for like what age range are you trying to target? Are you like a world star hip hop type page? Are you trying to target, like, are you trying to be a funny teen page? Are you trying to just be like a crude adult comedy, like a South Park style? Like, who's your demographic, right? And you want to keep posting comedy videos that are going to tailor to that demographic, because if you post a comedy video that's kind of about South Park, and then you post a different comedy video that, let's say, is like a gym fail, someone running off a treadmill, you know, you're gonna start to see what performs better than the others. And once you start seeing, all right, what type of comedic video is performing better, then you just want to triple down on that. So if you realize it's a lot of adult style content, a lot of like South Park style content, like stuff like that, that's what you're gonna want to go with. If you realize like, hey, like just the more clickbait the better, and it doesn't even really matter, then go with that. But try to niche down as much as you can. And yeah, other than that, these pages are super easy to grow. I would follow viral methods to go ahead and grow this. If you have no clue where to start with viral methods, we do have a free training that covers not only viral methods but personal methods and monetizing. It's a free advanced training. It's one of the links in the description below. So if you want to go ahead and get started on that, I think you benefit a lot from that training. One of the first links in the descriptions. But other than that, yeah, man, post that content, see what content's doing good, keep posting that content, keep refining it, and finding out what your niche, like what style of niche of comedy are you in. That's gonna be super important for you. And then you just keep going and going and going, hacking away. And my biggest tip to you is never lose momentum, right? Never stop being consistent. The second you start going days without posting is the second everything's gonna kind of start to fall apart and engagement goes down. And most importantly, your motivation is gonna be through the floor, right? Always want to keep your motivation high, keep your drive high, everything like that. So now let's go on to the next page. So this is called Sick Wanders. Okay, so stories are up, pinned stories are up. That's looking good. If you don't believe in your journey, you're probably on the wrong one. UNF, custom surfboards on litter. Okay, let's go through some of this stuff here. So we got surfing, nice content as well. Climbing trees. So I'm seeing surfing and snowboarding. Nice. Not a bad page. Not a bad page at all. Now, obviously, the easiest thing you could do is get the content better, right? Like if we come back to this page here, like content like this, and obviously that's gonna be a little bit hard, but this is why, like, imagine if this page, like imagine if your page had content that was taken like this. So what I'm trying to say is the single best thing that you can do before starting a growth strategy, before starting anything else, is keep getting the content better. Now, I'm not saying to, oh, don't grow at all until your content is better. Still grow, even if you don't have access to getting that good content, but I would really put an emphasis on the content, because this content's good, but it can also be a lot better. If there's room for improvement, you should improve, because just based off the content alone, your engagement will go up, your followers will go up, you'll convert more followers that way. The biggest thing that I'm not really feeling about this page is I'm not really too sure who it is that this person is, right? So we have Shane here, so I know your name is Shane, but I'm not really too sure exactly what it is you are. Like we have this quote here, not really sure what this means. Custom surfboards, and then it tags your page. So I'm like, okay, like I think you're a surfer, right? And you are, and then there's snowboarding as well. And then there's just kind of like your own like lifestyle photos or landscape photos. So, and then your pinned stories are all traveling. So basically the issue that I'm coming up with is in your bio, you're branded as a surfer, right? But on your pinned stories, it seems as though you're branding yourself as kind of like, you know, a guy who's traveling, right? And then we have snowboarding and surfing in here and landscape shots. So it's just really confusing me, and I guarantee if it's confusing me, it's definitely confusing other people as well. Now, let's say you're a surfer who is surfing in all these different countries. So you're like, Anthony, like, yes, I'm a surfer, but I'm also traveling. I'm traveling to different countries. Then that's great. Then go ahead and work that in. And if you're already selling custom surfboards, which it looks like from this right here, then I would do that. But I would avoid landscape shots like this, right? This isn't that bad because it's snowboarding, but normal landscape shots, or you basically just like not doing anything, or picture this truck here, this would be a piece of content that like probably isn't the best, right? Like I'm sure other photos are more engaging than this, and it would appeal to your audience more, right? Or to make this picture better, you know, maybe there were surfboards strapped up on the top, or maybe there's a surfboard leaning against the tree, you know, but I would be incorporating yourself into it more. Or if this page is just used to sell surfboards, surfboards and having everything about surfing. But what I would do, the first thing that I would do is I would really try to get serious about what exactly is your niche. Like when you want people to think of your name, when someone looks at Shane, what do you want them to think? What is the person that they need to think you are in order for you to go ahead and handle your objective? So if you need to be just they need to know you as surfer because you're selling surfing boards, then go straight for that. If you're a traveling surfer, then go straight for that. If you're a snowboarder, then go straight for that. I would go straight onto one thing, and I would kind of try to outline your bio in a way that's more easy to understand who it is you are, and then your content will simply affect that. And then based off what you pick, change your pin stories accordingly, or don't change them at all. If you're going to stick with that, change your content accordingly, and then you're going to be in a really good position, because then once your content is all set and really good, and then once people can easily know who you are, the second you start driving traffic to your page, people are going to do one of two things. They're either going to follow you or they're going to not follow you, which is exactly what you want. If they're not following you, it's because they know exactly who you are and they're not interested, which is great because you're not going to get ghost followers. Whereas to right now, there might be someone who's super into snowboarding, sees this post, follows you, but doesn't really like surfing and doesn't engage, and now you have followers that are from all these different places that are kind of untargeted now. So go ahead, do that. Make your profile optimized, really niche down, personal brand yourself, everything like that. And then I would go ahead and I would start, probably trying to form your own ad set, right? Trying to make your own surfing video or your own snowboarding video, whatever it is, what other cool tricks you have. What is your talent? Put that talent into a crazy video and then start distributing that content across influencers. And one trick that I always like to do for anybody who wants to grow with influencers is post to the biggest influencers first, okay? You want to go to the most, I'm not saying to go spend the most and go to the most expensive, even though that is what I was just about to say. I'm saying go to the biggest, even if it means it is more expensive. Obviously, don't rip yourself off, but when you go to the biggest influencers, there are other micro influencers. So like, let's say you go to a page that has 2 to 3 million followers. Well, there's 100 other pages that are in the 6-figure range, maybe 100 to 600,000 followers that follow that page to repost content that page posts. So you pay for a one-time post on this big 2 million follower page, and now all the other micro influencers, all the other micro accounts that are looking at it, they're gonna start reposting your content for free and tagging you up to go ahead and gain followers for themselves. And it's just a win-win. And then you just make sure you watermark that video, so in case an influencer doesn't tag you, you're still always getting credit, and then you're all set. So that is what I would do. So guys, those are the 3 Instagram review pages. Again, if you want to have your page reviewed on the next video, if you want to go ahead and give it a shot, join our Facebook group. The link will be down below. And if you want a free advanced Instagram training that's going to shortcut your success on Instagram, if you want to stop going ahead and watching, all these YouTube videos and going ahead and watching Google or typing up questions on Google about how to grow your Instagram, you want to just get it straight from the horse's mouth, it'll be the link in the description. Free advanced Instagram training. With all that said, guys, keep grinding, keep hustling, and I'll see you all on the next one.